What's up, positive bitches? How are we doing today? If you're hearing this episode, then you are meant to be here, so keep listening. On that Bitches Positive podcast, sometimes we will laugh, other times, baby girl, we're gonna cry, but we will always walk away feeling our most empowered, positive bitch self. That is babe in true connection with herself. On this podcast, we unbecome who we are not so we can fully step into exactly who we came here to be. Amen. Okay, today we're talking about twin flames. This spooky season, you know we're picking spooky topics for that which is positive. And twin flames, there's a dark side. There is a dark side when it comes to twin flames. What people will do for their twin flame, the internet spaces they may find themselves in. There's a lot to talk about. If you're like, Cece, what in the world is a twin flame? Don't worry. Do not fret. I took your questions that you asked me on Instagram at Vibing with Cece and at That Bitch Is Positive. Be sure to follow me on Instagram on those two accounts so you can suggest what you want to hear on this podcast and, of course, get your question featured. I asked you, what do you want to know about twin flames? I'm going to be letting you in on all things twin flames because I am in Twin Flame Universe. I know what's up. I believe I've aligned with my twin flame, so I'm going to talk about that. I was told by a shaman, I already knew it, but I got confirmed through a shaman that I was with my twin flame without me saying anything. I did not ask. It was just brought to my attention, and I started laughing because I said, I knew I was with my twin flame, but this is just further confirmation. But we're going to talk about what twin flames are, if you've aligned with your twin flame. We're going to understand how to tell if it's your twin flame. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the dark side of twin flames because there is a very dark side. And if you're not aware of it, it can suck you in. So if you want to know if you have a twin flame, if you've aligned with your twin flame, if your twin flame is in your orbit, and what to watch out for so you can protect your own energy, keep listening. I don't have that many announcements today. I just want to say my Magnetic Mastery program, I officially have 3 open spots. I am a certified life and energy coach and I offer one-on-one sessions via Zoom. My Magnetic Mastery program, it is not available all year round, but it is currently open to 3 beautiful souls. Whoever wants to take it, it is first come, first serve. And this is, I always equate it to the perfectly tailored little black dress. It is a perfectly tailored to you coaching program. We do not leave any stone unturned. We're going to talk about your self-concept, manifestation, your divine feminine energy, your attachment system, and so much more. It is truly an amazing package and program for you to not only understand yourself, but transmute the current energy that you're holding into your most magnetic self. I, of course, have other options available to you, like my attachment system program and my self-concept tune-up program, but this is the daddy of all programs. So if you want to learn more about my one-on-one coaching sessions, and if you want to possibly start with one-on-one coaching with me, DM me on Instagram at Vibing with Cece. Okay, let's get into your questions about twin flames and the dark side that nobody likes to talk about. Here's the thing. Twin flames, what are they? Twin flames are a concept that is rooted in spiritual beliefs. The idea of twin flames is that at one time there was this soul, and this soul, for whatever reason, decided to split into 2. One part of this soul leads with the divine feminine, and one part of this soul leads with the divine masculine. So this soul that at one time was one entity decided to split into 2 entities. And one of these entities leads with the feminine and one of these entities leads with the masculine. Now, a lot of people think, oh, so then it has to be a man and a woman because one is leading with the feminine, one is leading with the masculine. No. when we say masculine and feminine, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. I can decide tomorrow to lead with my masculine energy, but that isn't my truth, so I don't. I have a balance and I lead more so with my feminine energy. So it doesn't really matter. It's not talking about gender per se. It's talking about what that human leads with. In any twin flame union, one of the humans must lead with the divine feminine and one of the humans must lead with the divine masculine, regardless of their gender that they're currently presenting as. Twin flames, the belief is that this soul at one time was one, split into two, and then during an incarnation, these two parts of the soul have to find their way back to one another so they can once again come into union. A twin flame journey, it's an intense journey. Twin flames, how do you know it's your twin flame? You'll feel an immediate soul connection. It's not chemistry. It's not, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this person and I have no idea why and I feel crazy today. It's not that. It's, I feel safe with this person. I feel like I've known this person my whole entire life. I feel like this person immediately has a deep understanding of myself, maybe even better than I understand. It's that. It's a feeling of safety, a feeling of understanding. And this connection will go both ways. It's not like you'll understand someone's your twin flame and they will not understand any of that. Both entities will feel a deep connection that has to be there. A huge sign someone is your twin flame is either one of you or both of you will trigger one another into a spiritual awakening. The whole entire point of a twin flame journey, right? Okay, listen up here. It's to come back into union with one another. But the process is the important part. The process of you coming back together is that each of you will spiritually awaken, have this self-love journey, understand yourself, gain confidence in yourself. That is the whole entire point of a twin flame separation and then union. It's this, wow, this person has triggered my inner wounds. They've triggered me to go on a spiritual journey. They triggered me to learn how to love myself. That is a real twin flame connection. You'll feel a very intense bond to this person. And it will be so intense that it leads you back home to yourself. That's why it really leads you on this spiritual awakening, this self-love awakening. You'll also notice this mirror effect where your wounds are mirrored in this other person. So the difficulties you have, let's say you really deal with an abandonment wound, this person is going to trigger the hell out of that. Why? Because the whole entire point of a twin flame union is to lead you back home to yourself so you can then connect to that other half of you. My abandonment wounds were so triggered in my connection to my current partner. And this is a person I believe is my twin flame. And again, the shaman that we went to confirmed that for us, but it doesn't really matter. Every wound that I had was mirrored in my partner because he triggered every single one of these. This actually allowed me, because they were triggered, our triggers are our teachers, it allowed me to go in and heal those triggers. When you're triggered on your twin flame journey, it's an invitation for you to heal yourself. It's not an invitation for you to think that there's something wrong with that other person or anything else. It's so you can learn to heal yourself, to go on the spiritual journey, and to learn how to love yourself. Now, a huge part of the twin flame connection is that it's a challenging journey. It is not the easiest. There will be a runner and there will be a chaser, and this might flip-flop throughout the connection. So that's something to look out for. But the number one sign that this person is your twin flame is that you have a 5D connection. Let me explain what I mean by that. When I met my partner, let me rewind even further. Before I met my partner, I was on Tinder. I never met anyone on Tinder before. I kind of used it as a joke because it was 2016, so I didn't think much of it. I was in one of those moods where I was just swiping left on everyone. I did not care. And when I saw my partner's profile, my thumb was on it and I was swiping left, and I literally heard a voice say, "Stop. No. this person is going to be important in your life. And I first thought, well, who the hell just said that? And I secondly thought, well, maybe let me just look at this profile. And I saw it said something about milkshakes, and I was like, okay. And then the other thing it said, I was 18, mind you. The other thing it said is, we're all going to make it, bruh. Wow. Inspiring. I know. I didn't have an intellectual reason why I needed to swipe right on this person, but there was a spiritual connection before I could even understand what that meant. And I swiped right. We immediately started a conversation. He FaceTimed me, and before I knew it, we met up. There were so many instances of him chasing me and me running, and then him running and me chasing. But throughout the whole entire connection, when he did run, I felt him so deeply every single day. When he did run and we separated and he ended up coming back into my life, I felt him poking on my bubble before he ever said anything. And I remember telling my friend Maddie while we were on a trail, I said, I feel his energy, like I'm having intense dreams about him. And that stopped, and now they're starting again, and I can feel his energy just poking on my bubble. I did a meditation that day, and when I got out of that meditation and looked at my phone, lo and behold, he messaged me. It's a connection that you can't describe. It almost makes not a lot of sense, and you just know this person on another level that you can't explain, and it's not chemistry. It's not like, ooh, I immediately felt safety. I immediately knew this was going to be someone that was going to immensely impact my life. When we broke up for about a year, he triggered my spiritual awakening. He's what led me to my purpose. I would have not understood or even learned about codependency. I wouldn't have become a life coach. He triggered everything for me, and he led me to myself. And he led me to, and it makes me emotional because he really, in him leaving, I had to learn how to be on my own. And I had to learn how to love myself. I had to learn how to love this half of me. I truly believe Erasmo is my twin flame, but when we were together initially, I could never fully love him because I did not know how to love myself. And it wasn't until he said, I can't do this anymore, we need to really separate, that I had to learn how to love my half. And it was extremely painful, and it was really scary, and I felt very alone. But that bitch is positive would not exist without that separation happening. My whole entire journey would not exist without that happening. So I can't ignore twin flames because I've seen what it's done in my own life. And another key with twin flames is that when you do come back together, you will work together in a way to help other people along their journey. There's going to be something that you guys do together to help other people. And that is something that we're now together discovering as a new path. But I want to talk about twin flames very lightly because I don't want us to chase people, and I don't want us to go down a dark path, but I don't want to ignore twin flames either. And that's why I want to talk about the beautiful part of twin flames, which is something I've experienced, and I know it's real because it's real in my own life. I felt it. I've seen it. I know it like I know my own name. But I also want us to be aware of the traps that twin flames can lay for you and how it can be destructive. We have to keep our eyes wide open. So let's keep going, and we're going to get to the dark side of twin flames. I got a question. What is the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate? A twin flame is your twin. So when it comes to twin, there's only two because twins is two people. Twins, twin flames, there's only you and one other person can be your twin flame. However, with a soulmate, you can have many soulmates. I may be one of your soulmates. Your teacher could be a soulmate. Your sibling can be a soulmate. Your significant other can be a soulmate. A soulmate also, you'll have a deep bond, but the ups and down won't be as intense as a twin flame journey, but it's still a beautiful connection. And some people say, look, my twin flame isn't ready in this incarnation. I'm going to go with my soulmate instead because this shit isn't worth it. And that's still beautiful and perfectly fine. Another question I got was, does everyone have a twin flame? There's no answer. Like, I am not God. I am God expressed through Cece. There is no one answer, and I don't know. Like, I would tell you if I knew for sure. I know for sure God exists because I've experienced God in my own life. I don't know for sure that everyone has a twin flame or everyone doesn't have a twin flame. And I'm always going to tell you guys what I know and when I know it. So this is me just being honest, but here's my intuitive take, and that's all I can give you. Does everyone have a twin flame? God only knows. Here's what I think. I think no. And the reason I say that is because every single soul who incarnates has a little bit of a different purpose for why they're coming here. Some souls want to learn compassion. Other souls want to learn self-love. Other souls want to learn how to build a career, an empire. They want to master abundance through finances. So if your soul didn't come to planet Earth this time around wanting to learn self-love, then maybe your soul didn't have to split in two to learn that lesson. So just how everyone has a little bit of a different plan for their soul, if your soul's plan has nothing to do with learning self-love or having this deep spiritual awakening, then I don't think you would need a twin flame, because what would be the purpose then? Having a twin flame, you're not special. Like, it's not like, oh, you're better than someone else or you're cool. No, it's just one of the possible soul lessons that your soul may have chosen. But it doesn't make you better or cooler or anything else. It's just a possible option for learning and evolving during this journey. Now, this is the part I really want to get into because I have other podcasts about twin flames. I've had podcasts with my twin flame on the podcast, which is really cool. But this is the part I need to warn you about. Twin flames can be a beautiful journey. It can be life-altering. It can lead you to your purpose. You can learn self-love. However, there is a dark side of twin flames where people get effing obsessed. When I went through my breakup with my partner, I didn't know what twin flames were. I didn't try to manifest him back into my life. I trusted God and I surrendered. And that's the way to do it. When people go through breakups, I see them get so hung up on who their twin flame is that all they do is energetically chase that person and they end up repelling them. If that is you, you need to listen up to this part of the podcast, okay? You are not going through twin flame separation so you can learn how to energetically chase someone. You're not going through a separation so you can learn how to abandon yourself and to be hyper-focused on someone else. Whether or not someone is your twin flame, you should not be chasing them. No one should be more important than you because you incarnated in your own damn body. There should never be a time where you're betraying yourself for another person. I don't care if Jesus Christ himself incarnated tomorrow and you thought that was your twin flame. You do not abandon yourself for that other person. Why? Because all that does is repel that other person further away from you. And number two, why would you abandon the one person you're supposed to experience during this incarnation, aka you? That's why you're in this body. Another thing I want to say is people will discount their twin flame. They'll say they're verbally abusive, but they're my twin flame, so it's supposed to be challenging. No. I don't care. Again, I don't care who it is. If Erasmo is my partner. If Erasmo tomorrow decided to be abusive to me, goodbye. Sayonara. See you in the next lifetime because I'm not doing this. No, a twin flame is not an excuse for abuse. It does not matter if they're your twin flame or not. If they are abusive, if they are unhealthy for you, you get out. Why? Because you incarnated in your own body and you came here for you, not for them. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. It does not matter. A twin flame is not an umbrella excuse for you to encounter abuse. Okay? Please hear me when I say that. I could not care. I believe Erasmo is my twin flame. We have every single possible sign that someone is your twin flame. I have it with him. Every single one. The 5D connection, I have it. When I talk to God, I understand it. When I talk to that shaman, yes, it was confirmed. If tomorrow he decided to act out and go a little cray-cray, goodbye, twin flame. I'm going to go for my soulmate. I'm going to go for literally anyone else because I'm not doing that. You do not betray yourself for someone else. I don't care. I don't care. Abuse is not an excuse for you to try to prove yourself worthy. No, not doing it. So what I want to highlight even further is how toxic the twin flame community can be. And this is why I want to talk about twin flames, because I want there to be a healthy space where we can talk about it, but we're not going to just accept abuse. So there was a docuseries called Desperately Seeking Soulmate, Escaping Twinflame Universe. Watch this. I think it's on Prime, okay? You need to watch it. It's called Desperately Seeking Soulmate, Escaping Twinflame Universe. Now, there is a part of the internet called Twinflame Universe. And let me just explain to you what happened. I'm going to read part of an article in Time magazine that talks about Twinflame Universe. There's this man, Jeff, and this woman, Shalia. They met online through a mutual friend in 2012 and started dating. Shalia was living in Sedona, Arizona at the time, and Jeff came to join her there. They started making videos about their relationship. Shalia later joined Jeff in Hawaii, where they would start a blog called Awakened Intimacy. Eventually, they settled on the Twin Flames Universe, which the purpose was to help people find their one true love. For Shalia, it was an opportunity to share her spiritual practices with more people. For Jeff, it was an opportunity to grow a business. So Shalia and Jeff, that's just a little background, they met, they started dating, and then they started Twin Flames Universe. They ended up starting this online school for helping people find their twin flames. And I don't want to give everything away because I definitely want you to watch this docuseries if you can. But just in case you don't have Amazon Prime, I want to detail what happened in a way that doesn't spoil everything. So Jeff and Shalia start this school online to help you find your twin flame. Months go by and people are not finding their twin flames. Now, Jeff and Shalia recorded every single session they had, so you can buy their past sessions and watch it. So they would have group coaching where everyone's talking about their twin flames, and then that would be recorded, and then you could watch it later if you joined down the line. And in these sessions, Jeff and Shalia, it was mainly Jeff, would say, it doesn't matter what you have to do. Your relationship is up to you. You have to chase them. You have to stalk them. You have to do everything. It doesn't matter if they're married. It doesn't matter if they have kids. It doesn't matter where they live or what they're doing. You have to go after that person, even if they don't want you. People, they were getting the cops called on them. There was restraining orders going on. This is so unhealthy. Baby girlies, this is so unhealthy. That's not okay. This is what I'm saying. Just because someone's your twin flame, it doesn't mean you throw all logic out the window. No, it doesn't mean you accept abuse. It doesn't mean you chase someone who's married. It doesn't mean you stalk someone. What are we doing? This is not okay. This is not okay. That is not okay. That is cray cray. It gets even more scary, okay? Eventually, people get pissed off because they're saying, Jeff, Shalia, we're not finding our twin flames. So Jeff says, this is so effed up. Jeff says, well, I talked to God. Did you? This is why you need to use discernment, and you yourself need to talk to God so you know who are the phonies out here. Jeff says he talks to God and said that actually he made a list and people's twin flames are already in the group. Of course, he's going to tell you your twin flame is already in the group to make his life easier. And so you get off his back. So he starts telling people, actually, I forget their names now, but let's just say Molly and Michelle. He said, Molly, your twin flame is actually Michelle. And Molly says, but I'm a straight woman. I'm interested in men, not women. So what happens is Jeff and Shalia convince Michelle or Molly or whoever, they convince one of the girls to get a sex change. And they literally bully them into transitioning. This is not okay. You think it's obvious, but it's not obvious what's not okay, because it breaks my heart. People are so vulnerable and they're so just wanting to be freaking loved and accepted that they're willing to go to any distance to just get their love life together. This is not okay. This is not okay. Someone berating you and bullying you into transitioning when you didn't even want to, bullying you into a relationship to someone you're not even attracted to. This is not okay. The reason I bring this up is because this is how toxic the twin flame narrative can be. I don't want that for us. Okay, I want us to be able to acknowledge twin flames without us going off the effing cliff of what a twin flame connection can be. Twin flames should be a vehicle to help you grow and learn. They're not a vehicle to make you feel bullied and completely lose your mind and put it out the window. That is not okay. So they were bullying people to do things they did not want to do. And it's not like I'm taking this out of context. Watch the docuseries. You can literally see the classes where he was convincing this one girl, Anne, to change her name to Dan. And she's like, I don't want to be Dan. I want to be Anne, because that's how I identify. That's who I am. I'm Anne. I've always been Anne. I don't want to be Dan. And Jeff was like, well, that's effed up. You're Dan. Like, that's who you are. And also, the insane part is it doesn't matter what gender you are, because you can still lead with your masculine even if you're a woman. So I don't know. I guess that went over their heads. Not surprising. Anyway, I just want us to highlight the dark part of Twinflame Universe, okay? And please do not engage with Twinflame Universe, because they are not teaching healthy practices, and it's definitely not okay what they're doing. And I encourage you to watch that docuseries. I'll just say, in every industry, the spiritual industry, the entertainment industry, the church, there's always people who are out for the wrong reasons, and there's always people who are going to do negative. There's polarity in all things, light and dark, good and bad. And unfortunately, this is part of that bad. And I need you to be on lookout for yourself. I need you to protect yourself. Even from me, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am just Cece. I'm a life and energy coach. I believe I'm good at what I do. I believe I'm very connected to God and my angels. But you should not just take everything I say like I am your brain. I'm not your brain. You have your own brain for a reason. You have your own heart for a reason. So you can hear what I say and agree or disagree. That's the whole point of you being your own person. If you were supposed to be exactly me, you would have incarnated as me. We have to use discernment. The next question I got was thoughts on reconnecting with your twin flame. I think that there are so many different ways that relationships can unfold. You can get together with someone at 12 years old and stay with them the rest of your life. You can get with someone at 18 and date them for 3 years and then break up for a year and get back together. That was what I did. And now we've been together for 7 full years. There are so many different relationship dynamics you can have with someone, and it's not meant to look all the same. It's not one size fits all, because you came here with certain lessons that you had to learn, and those lessons are going to be provided for you in different ways. I believe that if you want to connect to your twin flame, don't make it about your twin flame. Jeff and Shalia make it about your twin flame. They say all your focus has to be on them. Be hyper focused about them. Chase them, run them down, energetically chase them. Everything they say is everything I say not to do. We are complete opposites, okay? If you want to actually reconnect with your twin flame, reconnect with yourself. Like I said, the whole entire point of the twin flame journey of reuniting with your other half is for you to learn self-love, is for you to get connected with yourself. How could you love that half of you if you don't even love the half you incarnated as? That makes no sense. How could you understand that half of you if you don't even understand the half you incarnated as? You have to take space for yourself, learn yourself, love yourself before you can ever give that to someone else. Your twin flame separation, which is something that often happens with twin flames, is you will separate for the purpose of you learning how to love yourself. Use it to your advantage. Use it for you to create your own identity. Use it for you to learn your purpose. Use it for you to find yourself. And if that person is really your twin flame, they'll come back around. You don't have to worry about it. Never once during my separation was I manifesting Erasmo to come back. Never once was I praying for him to come back. No, I focused on me. I did what I needed to do to make myself happy again. And then he came back around. If they're your twin flame, let them be your twin flame. They'll come back around on their own. You don't need to orchestrate everything. You don't need to orchestrate everything. Learn how to surrender. Do literally anything else and try to control other people and everything will be fine. Do literally anything else and be hyper-focused on them and everything will be fine. Another question was, will you always end up with your twin flame? Again, I'm not God, so I don't have every answer in the book, but I'm going to say no. And the reason is because I think some people fall for what Jeff and Shalia are saying, and they nonstop energetically chase someone that they think is their twin flame, and it may or may not be their twin flame. Who knows? Some people just get obsessed with one person and label it. If you would just stop with the labels, like this is why I'm bringing this up. It's great if someone is your twin flame, but it's even better if you almost just forget about twin flames. And I know that's like weird to say because I believe I connected with my twin flame. But when you get so obsessed about an idea, you end up losing yourself. And I would so much rather you just focus on you loving yourself, focus on you reconnecting with yourself. And if that person comes back around and you go through a spiritual awakening because of them, let it be. But for you to become more obsessed with twin flames and put that on a pedestal rather than you learning just how to live your own life, I feel like you miss out on so many experiences. So will you always end up with your twin flame? No, if you only chase them and never focus on you. No, you won't. But if you refocus on you, and that's why I created the 21-day breakup glow up challenge, is so you can learn how to love yourself again, refocus on you again. I give you spiritual practices, psychological tools. I give you everything. I'm like your big sis and your spiritual teacher all in one through this process. If you are going through a twin flame separation, join the 21-day breakup glow up challenge. It will help you refocus on you, which is the main course. And the side dish is that they end up coming back around anyway once you refocus on you. I think a lot of people will tell me, Stacey, I've tried everything. Have you tried surrendering? Have you tried letting go and letting God? Have you tried refocusing on yourself? Have you tried not to energetically chase them? No? Okay, then you didn't try everything. You didn't try everything. Did you try the 21-day breakup glow up challenge? No, you didn't try everything. So don't come at me with that. That's all I'm going to say. I want you to know I believe in twin flames. I believe I'm experiencing a twin flame journey. I believe many people do. I believe it can be beautiful. But I also believe that nothing can be beautiful when you pedestal a concept or an idea or an ideology before your own health, safety, and spirit and body. You have to put yourself first, whether you're on a twin flame journey or not. And I hope you understand that from this podcast. If this podcast resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It helps me to continue this podcast. It helps us grow larger. And it would mean just the absolute world to me. It's good karma for you. If not for me, do it for you. As always, the sparkle in me honors the sparkle in you. You can be anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. So thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Mwah.